All right, what's up guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be checking out Whitebeard. We're going to be revisiting this leader, messing around with some new ideas. We'll talk about that more as we get into the video. But yeah, today we're just going to be diving straight into it. No VV Lab, no topic of the day. We'll probably start that back up again once we get into the new year. So probably in a few days. But I've been kind of taking it easy, over the holidays and all that good stuff, getting a nice little break in. But hey, we still got 3 games to go over on the sim, guys. Let me tell you what we're going over real quick. First, we're going to check out the deck list, and I'll give you guys an idea of what my plan is with the deck. So that's what we'll do first. After that, we'll head over to the sim. We got 3 games lined up on the sim, and then after that, we'll finish up. We'll wrap it up in that way. I'll give you guys my final thoughts on it, and we'll that'll be the end of it. So with that in mind, I'll have everything time-stamped in the general description. I'll have all relevant deck lists and links and stuff like that in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those down in the comment section below. Or hop on the VV Theory Discord with us. The link is in the channel description, okay? All right, guys, let's do this. Let's get into it. We got a lot of fun lined up for today, I do have to say. Okay, let me go out of full screen real quick and bring up the deck list we'll be looking at today. So here we go, guys. This is the list I've been working on. Someone at my locals, I can't remember who exactly. I think it was my buddy Mike. They were saying how, like, okay, running Newgate kind of sets up, a perfect turn for Goldie Roger because you're just taking your own life. They barely can even play around it. So the idea is like, okay, let's go down to 0 life and just run them over, right? That's the strat, right? There we go. That's the recipe for success here. Excuse me. And with that in mind, this Newgate has gotten enough support. Sorry, guys, I'm stuttering all over myself right now. I think Newgate has gotten enough support over the past, set or two, and like with the new starter decks and stuff like that. Check out this curve that we have, guys. It's a pretty solid curve. You just go turn 1 Ezo into turn 2 Vista, turn 3 Ace, turn 4 Dragon, or this Ace. If you're on an odd curve, you can just go this Ace into turn 5. Edward Newgate, or play out the Dragon and sit on a Rad Beam or a Guard Point. And then finally after that, you can start chaining like Goldie Rogers or something like that. So let me say this up front. Today's video is meant to be more of like a theory crafting style video of what I think could be a decent route for Newgate in the future. So you guys are going to have to take this and run with it if you think it'll work. This list is not finalized. Look at this, guys. There's 4 of every card, and there's 2 Goldie Rogers. That's it. Like this is not like a finalized list. This is not perfected and fine-tuned. This is just a quick idea I had that I want to run by you guys and see what y'all think about it. Okay, so I'm going to run through the list real quick. We'll talk about it very briefly, and then we'll move on to the games on the sim. So I'm running 4 Newgate. This card's just so incredible, especially within the Newgate deck. Then we're running 4 Jozu as the 2K counter, 4 Vista, just an early drop, 1K counter, searchable. That's all it's meant to be. We don't even need the 5 cost Marco in here because we're specifically trying to go face in this deck, guys. You'll see what I mean when it gets started. This is not meant to be like a more controlling list where you like drop the power of characters and pop stuff with Marco, fill out a board nicely. No, it's like face, 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 with the leader plus this face, and then face. That's it. It's just all face all the time. Rush cards, you name it. So we're running 4 Jozu, 4 Vista, 4 of this Ace. This is the first one I will say. This can go down in quantity. You don't need 4 of these, especially since we're running 4 Dragons. But either way, still a good card. Maybe even go down 2 of these and go up 2 of the 5 cost unblockable Luffys. That might be another route to take. Or even Kid and Killer. There's a lot of options in this spot. For Marco, the blocker, this is still fine because it's a 1K counter, and sometimes you just need like 1 more turn to win. So it's like, okay, I'll drop down this blocker. If they deal with it, they deal with it. If not, I might be able to win on the next turn on the crackback. 4 Ezos, just for all the searching, of course, because everything in this deck is searchable of the bodies outside of Dragon and Roger, but none of the events are searchable. So that's kind of, it doesn't feel great, but it is what it is. So actually, with that in mind, the more I think about it, there might be an argument, rather than running Ezo, maybe you run Nami just to search up your events here. But who knows? Do you need a rush body? Do you need an event? It's going to come down to what you need at the time. This is just here for now, but don't be afraid to move this around. Maybe you do make it more, well, I don't know. I was going to say, with all the Whitebeard rush cards in here, well, I guess there's just these 2. So maybe there's an idea to make this a more Straw Hat version. Maybe that's something we try in the future, guys. Maybe that's something we try in the future. We'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway, let's keep going. So running 4 Ezos, 4 Dragon. The card's just quality. 2 of the Goldie Rogers, 4 Thatch, it's just a 2K counter that's searchable, 4 of the ST15 Ace, this is an incredible card in this deck, we just slam it and go, 4 Rad Beam, 4 Guard Point, 4 Bad Manners Kit Course. Okay, that's it, guys. That's the entire list. Nothing crazy at all here. This is just a very straightforward list. It needs reworking. It needs fine-tuning, but I think we got a good base to work with here. Okay, so now let's hop straight into these games, guys. I want to show you all these. These were fun games to play. I'm not going to lie. And I put in, you know, like, how do I say this? Let me adjust my camera real quick, guys. These games were pretty close. I could not believe the quality of the games we were playing when I was playing. I was like, man, this is maybe the deck has potential. Okay, so volume, let me turn that off. Let's get the speed up to 2x. It's already there and perfect. Let's go. Here we go, guys. So we got Newgate versus Red Purple Luffy. Okay, so we got a 6,000 power duel here, right? 6,000 power square off with the 2 leaders. So we're going to slam down an Ezo going first. I don't know. I think we got a 5-cost Ace or something, or the Vista. I'm not sure. We're going to slam in for 9 and start getting them on a clock because we are on a clock as well. So we go down to 5 life or 4 life because we went first. And we did go first this turn. It might be better to go second. I'm not 100% sure yet. Like with this version of the list. It might be better to go second. That's fine. They're going to slam down a Bon Carré Bentham. Don't care. That's why we're running the Vista, so we can smash it and then move past it by swinging 8 at the leader here with our leader. They're going to play out another one. Okay, this guy doesn't know when to quit, man. Leave me alone. Okay, so they're gonna Rampadon with the Bon Carré, Rampadon with the leader effect. They're up to 9, and I'm at 5. Swing 5 into 6. I'm not sure what's going on there. They're gonna swing in for 6. They completely bungled that turn. We're gonna swing 2 into the Nami. It was not gonna survive. I'd swing 3 into it with Vista as well. And right here, so I'm trying to avoid giving this what's his name, the Bon Carré Bentham, any legitimate target to buff into my leader to get a free attack. So we're going to play out the Marco here. This is probably the most defensive I had to play out of all the games that we're looking at today. We're looking at 3 matches, by the way, guys. Red Purple Luffy, Purple Black Luffy, and Green Blue Zonji. Just as some test matchups to see how it's running. Okay, so they played out the Eustace Kid. They're going to swing in for 10. We're going to block. We're going to bring this card back to life with a 1K counter. It's hard to beat that value. And look at that. He didn't want to swing into it. He didn't want to swing into it with the Bon Carré Bentham. Perfect. All right, well, we're going to swing in for 8 now, 8 into 7. He's going to give me a Gum Gum Giant this early on. He's going to go back to 8 Dawn, so he can still do some crazy shenanigans with the 10-cost Luffy. We're at 2 life. We didn't lose a life that turn because of the leader's effect. He's going to swing for 12. We're just going to take that hit and say, hey, you want to swing anything else sideways? He's going to swing in for 9 here. Now there might be an argument to take this or to block out here. But I think I take it. Yeah, we take it because we might try to go for lethal next turn. There's actually an argument to go for lethal. So he's going to swing for 8 with the leader effect there, or excuse me, with the Eustace Kid. Okay, well, we'll just 1K to get out of that because we're an 8,000 power leader as well. And here we go. So we're going to have to draw. I don't think I've drawn for the turn yet. I'm just doing some math in my head. I was deep in the tank this game, guys. I was really deep in the tank. Look, I still didn't hit my Dawn. So I'm going to swing 1 into 1 here. He's not going to save that. This turn is way too dangerous to save that. But he is at 7,000 power this turn. 7,000 power this turn. How are we going to deal with this? The answer is very carefully, right? That is the answer here. We need to deal with this very, very carefully, very, very meticulously. Now, one thing that I will say is because they're running the 10-cost Shanks, what I'm starting to do in my head right now is think like, okay, he's probably not running the 10-cost Luffy. He might not even be running the 10-cost Luffy. Okay, he let that card go. That was a good start. That was a good way to start this turn off. But I have a lot of counter power, guys. I have 1 blocker on the field. I have a 4-cost in my hand as well. And I'm trying to do a little bit of math here because I think we're going to have to swing in a little bit aggressively here. I'm trying to do the math just right. Yep, swing in for 10 into 7. This could probably get hit with a Gum Gum Giant if he does have another one. That's going to get him down to it gets him down to 5 cards, but he goes back up to 6 with it because he drops 1 card, draws 2. But that's fine. They're going to play out Usohachi, rest that. Put down Usohachi, rest that. I left 1 Dawn active. I have a Rad Beam. I have double Bad Manners Kit Course. We're going to use that. And this is pretty much a wrap now. Now he's going to swing 6 into 6. Because remember, guys, my leader is a 6K leader just like his. I had a 2K anyway. We'll give him the 2K. We'll keep the rush card in hand in case we need that. And that is it, guys. There's no way out of this one. I think right here we should swing for 10 into 6, so that will cost 3 cards from hand if he can save it. Okay, and he does. He does save it. So now we're going to probably go, let's see what we choose to do here. I think we just have to connect here and get 1 card out of hand and then swing in for 8 with the leader. And then we can load up everything else on the other Marco. So we're going to load 2 onto Marco here, and that's going to swing in for 6. If it goes through, it goes through, but it gets met with a 1K. Now I can swing 2 over with my leader. It can't be blocked because he has no Dawn open and 1 card. And then we go 9 into 6. He had to have had exactly 2 2K counters to get out of that. He had 1, but if he had had 2, he would have won. Very, very tight game there. Very hard fought. That was a good game. My opponent played very well. They thought they could end it by just going 16 at leader, but guys, 6,000 power leaders with 1 Dawn active these days can get out of a 16K attack very, very, I don't want to say easily. It did cost like 6 cards out of my hand or something, but they can do it. They can get out of it. So good game to that guy. Let's go to the next game. We got a game versus Purple Black Luffy. Not the craziest matchups for today, guys. This is meant to be more of a test. I want to see what you guys think about this, see if there's any potential here. So we're going to go second this game, which I think might be better. It might be better to go second with Whitebeard, generally speaking, so you don't lose life as quickly and get to 10 right away and be able to have a... Let me finish my thought. So going to 10 Dawn with this deck right on turn 5 is very important because you can slam down your 9-cost Newgate so you don't lose life that turn and have a Dawn left for your Rad Beam or your Guard Point or whatever you might be running. So, okay, here we go. 4 Dawn turn. I think we just put on the gas here, guys. We're going to swing 6 and then swing 6 more. Or swing for 5. That's I did that out of order, but oh well. I was debating swinging 6, but then it was like, you know what? Let me keep 1 Dawn active for a guard point just in case this guy tries to go crazy. Okay, the guy's trying to go crazy. So here we go. He's going to swing in. We'll go ahead and counter out of this and make him try to swing for 8 more so he doesn't try anything else crazy. Okay, we'll take the 1 hit, I think. Actually, we'll do a 0-cost 3K. We trashed the Roger, I believe it was. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to go 6 at face. Again, guys, I'm not concerned with the board in this deck, typically speaking. I am concerned with just running my opponent over. Okay, so they take that one. They're down to 2. We're down to 3. And next turn, we will be on, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll be on 8 next turn for either a Dragon turn or a Blocker plus Rad Beam. It all depends on how this guy wants to play this. Okay, he plays out a value Gecko Moria, but he can only get back a 1-cost card. His logic is sound here that he wants to go taller, but you have to keep the pressure on Whitebeard. You have to just keep poking them. That turn would have been better if he had swung 6 at me. It would have just been a better turn because it would have gotten 2 cards out of my hand or cards out of life. So swing in for 5 and then 8 and then 9, or excuse me, swing 6, 8 and then 9. And now it's his turn. I'm down to 2 life. And I really just have to lose the game here. So he's going to play out Zonji. That's going to pop my 5 cost, but I'm going to reduce his power by 2,000 instead with the effect. He'll go 6 into 4. Perfect. I just ate up an attack and removal with that card. Absolutely brilliant. We'll take. I love that new card, guys, in this deck, the 5-cost ace. Okay, I don't want to lose that dragon, guys. It's too important, and he leaves 2 Dawn active. Okay, well, I'm going to swing 9 first to see what he does. That's going to get a Gum Giant out of hand. And he counters out with a 1K after that. We're going to swing it for 8. Let's see if he wants to give me another Gum Giant, because that will drop him down to 6 Dawn. He does. He gives me another Gum Giant, and he's going to, you know, it's basically like a trash 2, draw 2 with that effect, and go plus 4 for the turn. His turn, I have a Rad Beam, I have a 9K body on the board, an 8,000 power leader, 2 life. I'm feeling very confident here, guys. I have 2 2Ks, 2 1Ks, and a Rad Beam with 2 life and 8,000 power leader. Okay, so just to attack into me, he's going to have to invest like 2 to 3 Dawn minimum on his characters, other than the Gecko Moria, and I can just choose to take that if I want to. Okay, let's see what happens. We might have to just take it, guys. We might have to just take these hits here and just try for next turn. Yeah, because look at this. He's not going to get to attack into anything. He might get to attack into my dragon. Attach. Yeah, so 2K counter out of hand right here. We'll give him the Thatch. That card's not really great for the utility, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Especially just the fact that Thatch is a 2K counter that's searchable. We take it. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to have to get pretty aggressive here, I think. We'll swing 9, 10. And then we'll probably sit on a blocker here. Actually, we have an ace in hand. Oof. Okay, that's very interesting as well. Okay, we need to leave 1 Dawn active. That's very important. We're going to swing 12 into 6 here, popping the blocker. Watch this. Interesting play by my opponent. I don't know if it was necessarily the right play, but it's the play they chose. Let's call it that. So he does Gum Gum Giant. That's going to get him from 6 to 10. Now he has to give me 2K and a 1K to get out of it. He lets it go. So he was just using that to draw cards, I guess. That was, in my opinion, that was a play mistake. And then we're swinging for 7. He takes it, and here we go, guys. Let me say this right now. Okay, he got a Ice Age from life. It didn't matter. It popped my Ezo. I'm not swinging with Ezo. Let me explain something about that last turn there. That is why 7-cost Ace is so strong. Dropping the power down by 3,000 of a character. His character was a 9,000 that got dropped down to a 6. I'm swinging 12 into it while popping the other 3,000 power blocker that I dropped with my guy. So it allows me to battle for the board. And now, so I'm still not out of it yet, guys. I have 1 life left. I have 1 Dawn active. I have 3 1K counters in hand and a 2K counter. So it's not over yet. I have to make the correct decisions here, and so does my opponent with the math. But because they've been using all these Gum Gum Giants, they're only at 8 Dawn this turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dawn. Okay, we'll see what they choose to do here. They're in a little bit of trouble. I would say that they're in a little bit of trouble, guys. Okay, they're going to have to, because all they can do is swing 8, 8, and 8. They can only swing 3 8s. Or I guess they could go 6, 6, and then, no, they can't do that because I'll just get out of the 6s and count and let it, I'll just eat the last hit because I have 1 life left, you know? So this guy's in trouble here. We're going to take this one. I want to try to bait him into swing with everything and leaving his Dawn, completely using all of his Dawn up. So right here, we got a 2K, 1K. He swings for 8, and so he did the swing 8, swing 8, swing 8. That was probably the best one, but I think a 7, 7, 10, well, he left instantaneously, unfortunately. So real quick, guys, he was not going to survive the crackback. I had a 6, 7, 9, 10 on the board. He has no life, no blocker, no Dawn open. He's not surviving the crackback with 3 cards. He wouldn't have survived the crackback with 10 cards, guys. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't have happened. But the thing is, I think the best bet here would have been swing 7, 7. And what would that have been? That would have been a 2 Dawn investment, and then 1 more. So 3 Dawn, and he had 8 for the turn. He had 5 left. So he could have gone 7, 7, 10. That might have been the best route. But again, guys, I have exactly what I need. I'm not losing that under any circumstance. We were in good shape at the end there. GG. The deck is showing a lot of defensive capabilities while being totally oppressive offensively and aggressive. Okay, let's go to the next game. We got a game versus Green Blue Zonji. We got to talk about this leader soon, guys. Green Blue Zonji. It's getting some new toys to play with. It's getting some new tools coming up very soon. We'll have to talk about this leader in the very near future. Okay, so here we go. They're going to start off with a Sin Goku, but my strategy is to go face. I want to attack, attack, attack. That is my entire game plan for the turn. Swing 5 into my guy. You got it, bud. You got it. So right here, we're going to swing for 6, and then we're going to swing for 6 more, developing bodies along the way. And we're just hyper aggressive here, guys. We're not giving him any slack. We're not cutting back at all. We're just going as aggressive as we can. The only thing that would really hurt me here is like a pudding, right? A 4-cost pudding would hurt really bad right now. Not the 2-cost pudding, but the 4-cost pudding. Okay, so here we go. Right here, I think he should go 6 3 times. He'd be able, okay, he's going to go 6 into there. I'll 1K counter out. He's going to go 6 more, returning back to 2K, 6 into him again. I'm going to 2K counter out. He's going to swing 6 more. We're going down to no counter in hand, and we're keeping the board state because it's pretty much my only chance. We do have to be very careful here. So we're going to go minus 3,000 to that and that. It doesn't matter. We're going to go 6 into 3. He's going to let it go. We'll go 6 into face and then 7 into face. He'll probably give me a blocker. I would have probably taken it personally if I were playing Green Blue Zonji, so that way I could recycle the Duval next turn for his effect and with the leader. Okay, 6 in here. I'm going to 1K counter out of this one. Looks like we're finally going to let this card go. We'll finally let it go. He's going to play out a Sin Goku. Very nice. I do like this version he's running. It seems pretty spicy. It's got some ways to draw with the Ivankov. It's got some ways to draw with Son Goku. It's running Sugar. Okay, I didn't see that before, or I don't remember that from before. He plays out the You Can Be My Samurai, and he's going to do this, that, and the other. Yeah, we're not in the best shape. So right here, I'm not even going to go for the Sugar, excuse me, because I'm going to drop a Newgate, and I'll just blow through it next turn with his effect. Newgate's very important here. I'm up to 8,000 power. My ace is at 7. I'm just going to let it go. I can't protect it, guys. I have no counter in hand. No counter in hand is not ideal. He's going to play out a Weevil. He's going to play out a Doflamingo. He thinks that whatever I play next is going to get rested with a Sugar, but it's just not going to unless I mess up the order. Spoiler, I do not. We're going to attach 2. We're going to swing through here, blast through the sugar. We're coming in for 12. Yep, he's going to take that. Yeah, no doubt there, right? No trigger that's relevant here. You can't do any kind of triggers. Now, right here, though, it's a little bit technical. I cannot, I repeat, I cannot leave no Dawn active. I have to have Dawn active here. I'm going to swing for 10. Hopefully he gives me a blocker. He gives me like 5 1Ks or whatever that was. That was crazy. A 2K, like 4 1Ks or something. And then I'm going to pass the turn. I'm down to 1 life. I must survive this turn, right? So here we go. He is going to swing in for 6. I do like that to start. I have to do a little bit of math here because I have to figure out, okay, what can I get away with and what do I have to take? In the 6K, I think I have to 2K counter out of, unfortunately. He's going to swing it for 7. We're going to take it and give him a false hope here because I could draw into a 1K or a 2K. We get a 1K. That was perfect. He swings in for 6 thinking he's got me there. Nope. We get out of it with a 1K. Swings in for 8. He's going to pull back the Ivankov, stand up that guy. I'm going to 0 cost 3K or 1 cost 3K. Doesn't matter. And now he's going to swing in for 8. We're going to 3K to get out of that. And that's it, guys. He's going to play out the Duval. There is no way to survive here. We're dropping down. Goldie Roger. Swing for 6. It was going to be swing 6, swing 10, swing 13. How juicy is that Goldie Roger finish? In all fairness, I probably didn't need the Goldie Roger. Maybe it's overkill. But, man, it feels good to just slam that down and know the game's in the bag. Because the reason I say that, guys, is I can attach 2 Dawn to Newgate, swing for 12, and pop the Duval. He's going to have to block with the Doflamingo because he only has 3K counter in hand. And then with the remaining 8 Dawn, I could swing 14 at face. He has no blocker. He can't survive. But still, very cool card, very fun card. And there could be situations where Goldie Roger could win you a game. We'll have to see what happens in the future, right? But yeah. So again, pretty short video lined up for today, guys. I just wanted to show off this idea here. What do you guys think about this? Is there any potential here? There may be, there may not be. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. I think I struggled into a purple Luffy. I think I played against purple Luffy and it was able to beat me just barely. It was a close game. So I do think with enough fine-tuning, and who knows, maybe we just don't go Goldie Roger. Maybe we don't need the card. Maybe this top end of going 7, 8, 9, maybe that's good enough. Maybe we go Roger. I don't know. Or not, I meant to say Rayleigh. Maybe we go Rayleigh. I don't know. Or more rush cards. Maybe go a more Straw Hat feel and go straight rush cards and have the only top end stuff be the searchable stuff. So that way we can still search for the guard point. Remember, guys, guard point, Bad Manners Kit Course, and Radical Beam are all Straw Hat. All of them. So we could then add something like the 3 cost Zoro and the 5 cost Rush Luffy and run Nami, and there's 20 searchable targets right there if we needed to, if we run 4 of each. So that's one option. I'm not saying we have to do that, but that could be an option in the future. We'll have to see what happens, right? But let me say this real quick. I think this card is golden. It's you know, it's the whole. These 2 cards are made for each other, right? This leader was made with this character in mind. It's just the perfect match made in heaven. The 2K counter stuff is good to go. Whatever searcher you choose to use, whether it be Izo, whether it be Nami, that's what your 2K counters should be as well. Who cares about their effects? I mean, it's not that they're irrelevant, but they're not super relevant for this deck. We're just trying to have searchable 2K counters with our searcher. So there you go. That would be like, okay, if we were to change this package around and just keep the only cards not being Straw Hat could be like Edward Newgate, the 5 cost Ace, and the 7 cost Ace, and the 8 cost Dragon. So just those 16 cards, and then run 34 cards that are straight Straw Hat. So Nami, and then just all the Straw Hat package we could run in there. That could be very good, especially considering what's coming in the future with ST21. This version of the deck might be kind of decent, guys. We'll have to see what happens. All right, again, I'm done yapping for today, guys. I wanted this to be a short video to get a little bit of a break before we start up the new year, get back into the hour-long deep dive videos and all that good stuff. So tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Any ideas you might have had? Is anyone else out there messing with this idea? Is the Goldie Roger still worth running? Should we stick with the Izo Whitebeard package? Or should we try something more Straw Hat and go with that package? I think it's really up in the air right now. I will say this, though, that Marco is nice. There are times where this Marco wins me games. It's not very often anymore like it used to be. But there are times where this Marco can absolutely win you games, being as resilient as he is. And the same thing with this Ace, guys. I got all those extra attacks in and survived all those. Well, I shouldn't say I survived extra attacks because those would have gone to my leader otherwise if I hadn't had to save this in the last game versus Zonji. But being able to protect itself from KO and removal of any kind just by going minus 2,000 power for the turn, it's not bad, guys, especially when we're going 0 cost 3Ks. So if they use an effect to KO our ace, if they swing for 5 into 4, we could 2K counter out. But if they're trying to be smart and they try to go 6 into 4, which would require a 2K and a 1K, we could just hit them with a 0 cost 3K or the 1 cost guard point. So yeah, the deck definitely needs more testing, but I do think there's something here, guys. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. All right, we're done. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate everybody so much. Let's head over here and talk. I got to give a big shout out to all the people who support the channel. Big shout out to the VP Pirates playmat supporters. I hope you guys are enjoying your playmat. Guys, if you're just liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing my stuff, hopping on the Discord and hanging out on there with us, doing whatever, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel in the ways you do. Okay, and again, big shout out to the VP Pirates playmat supporters. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying your playmats. And of course, last but not least, the VP Pirates patron page. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in the ways you do. I really appreciate it, guys. Keeping the dream alive, keeping the channel afloat. You guys are awesome. All right, I'm done. Man, this is a short video. It doesn't even feel right. Like I just need to ramble for like 10 minutes more. But no, seriously, we're done, guys. We got a nice short video. I get a nice little break tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, peace.